everyone. I am Aoife Wilson, Senior Communications Developer at Larian Studios, and no, I will not stop licking the damn thing. You're joining us again, once again, for a lovely dirge run. We're in part 7 now, if you can believe it. However, this part is very special because we have a special guest. Hello.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the lovely people watching?
Sure. I'm Stefan. I'm the head of audio here at Larian, taking care of all of the endeavors regarding back then BG3 and now future things that we're up to, and taking care of the whole audio department, including voiceover, music, sound design, the tech that we're doing, and the soundscape, basically the mixing. This is what I'm taking care of.
I am so excited to chat about all of that with you today as we play. But first, let's get a little recap, shall we, of what you missed on the last dirge run. I'm the 2 butter buns, 3 rotten fish heads, 1 tomato, and 4 carafes of wine you had. No wonder you're feeling weird. Time to blast that hag. Kill her, boil her, put her in a stew. Kill her, boil her, put her in a stew. You know, we didn't give him a gun to not use it. Straight for this one. What? Oh! Oh no, I forgot that happened. Oh no! Whoopsie! Sorry, Marina. Oh! Bye! Extremely normal, I think you'll all agree. We have a very, very normal time around here. And actually, on that note, M. Maloner has left a comment saying, Wednesdays with Burnadette are becoming a regular part of my week, and I'm loving it. Well, we are very happy to be bringing you Wednesday weirdness, let's call it that. You know, I'm sure we'll have other choice words for it as we continue the stream today. However, now, we have a tradition around here, Stefan, as of about 2 weeks ago, that now the chat during our opening credits, I guess, our opening like 15 minutes, they can vote on a mod that we're adding to our game. And today, adjustable party limit mod won. And I'm very excited about that actually, because it means we get to add someone to our party as we continue on today. How about we open it up to a poll as to which member at camp we could add. So our party is currently Burnadette, obviously. We've got Gale, we've got Karlak, and we've got Shadowheart. Room for one more. Who would you like? Let's open that up on the poll right now, and we shall see who wins, and whoever does gets to come along. We're okay. So to bring you up to speed, what have we done so far? We killed a squirrel. We murdered a monster hunter. We died a whole lot. We toyed with smashing Aunt Ethel, but we didn't in the end. We actually let her go. She's forever going to be the one that got away. And now we're at the Emerald Grove. We narrowly avoided a misfortunate event with Arabella, and now we're sort of in the midst of a chat with Koga. So I reckon today we're going to end up going and getting Halsin.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think that's what's going to happen.
But the main question is, who decided to kill the squirrel?
Chat. It was chat. It was not me.
Yeah.
It was chat. They did it,
sure.
not me. I had nothing to do with it. I wash my hands of it, all right?
Okay.
I have never... oops. Yeah, we... Unfortunately, everyone's favourite bard is also no more. But look, again...
Bobby will not like that.
Again! Don't tell Bobby, okay? Again, I am not taking responsibility for any of that. So... Let's see. The poll is on. It's between Lae'zel, Will, and Astarion. Who will win? Who even knows? Who can possibly say? I mean, I guess we'll just kind of wander around camp until the poll is done. But Stefan, talk to me about audio. A generalized question. How did you get started doing what you do?
How I got started in audio in general?
Yeah.
So back in the 90s.
Cast your mind back. It was a simpler time.
A big metalhead. All of my friends, we played in metal bands, and I already decided very early that I want to record music, all of that stuff. So a friend and I, we built recording studio in the basement of his parents' house, which we totally fucked up in so many ways. Because there was no internet. There was just like one book from the library that was like, how do you do audio
How do you
engineering
set up audio stuff?
Yeah,
Wow.
So it was like we did so many things wrong, but we learned a lot. And from there, it was for me always let's do audio. Then I moved to Munich because I'm from Germany, and in Munich I worked at TV and movie for almost 10 years. And in the 2007, I think I started my first gig at back then. Economic company that is not existent anymore in Germany, but was the inventor of the Settlers founded that. That was the only EA studio ever in Germany. Worked there.
Wow.
From there, I moved to Piranha Bytes. Was working on the Risen series. Moved on to Ubisoft. Worked there for I think 9 years, and then moved on to Larian.
Ah, exciting. I mean, okay. First of all, I need to ask you what your metal influences were. Are we talking like Metallica or Megadeth, like old school metal, or are we like
death metal mostly,
metal,
and
okay.
it was death and all of the good stuff from back then.
So you know your way around a mosh pit, I assume.
Yeah, kinda. No, I would not be capable anymore. Too old now.
I'm sure that kind of ability never escapes you, really. Okay, so which companion should we add? Astarion won quite handily with 49%. So let's add Astarion.
Dagger-happy friend, what troubles you?
I am a bit dagger happy. That is true. Actually, he's got me there. There's a monster hunter after you. Not anymore. Not anymore. I need you in my
Perhaps
party.
If you lost a follower or two,
Oh, wait.
I prefer to travel in smaller
Hold
groups.
on.
It's more.
I
If
will.
you
I will
say
be
so.
right back, Astarion, because I'm pretty sure we. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Toggle this. Let's do that. All right. How about now? Maybe now.
What can I do for you, my friend? Well, obviously I would, but you have so many.
What do you mean?
followers already.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Wait.
all
Oh, 1 second.
But
One
don't keep me
second.
waiting.
1 second. Right now. Let's see here. So, increase the party limit. Yes. That's right, right?
Hello, my dear.
I need you in the party.
Obviously I would.
Astarion,
But you
why?
have so many. Until then.
This is interesting. Strange. Unusual. Interesting. Okay. Well. There you go. Live TV, folks. Nothing like it. Then fine. We'll have a look into that.
I mean, we installed it, right?
Yeah.
That was the.
It's right there. Apparently, you have to active apply it first, according to chat. Apply it first. What do you mean? Intriguing. Like, as in, go apply it and then, load the game. Apply the increase after increasing the number. Then click on the thing with 2 hammers. Oh, I see. This here. Oh.
But it was grayed out.
Got you. Thank you for that. Yes, it was grayed out. You're so right. That's the problem. Thank you, chat.
UX. There you go.
Always got our backs. Love that. There we go. And now we've got an extra slot for next time, just in case. All right. Perfect.
Hello, my dear.
Right. 3rd time's a charm.
Darling.
Yes!
I thought.
Darling, let's go!
Lead on.
Cool.
Lead on. Right, brilliant. Way! And now, we'll do a little level up. Have you noticed anything different about Astarion? He looks extra, fancy today. Oh,
Today?
actually, oh no, only in the portrait, not here. He looks completely normal here. Feet, what do you think? Any thoughts? I mean, alert is always good. Can't be surprised. Good for +5 bonus to initiative is good for a rogue. Dual wielder. I mean, yeah. Sentinel. I mean, alert. I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon that's good. Makes sense. So we have a lovely document here, as regular chatters and viewers will know, where our wonderful community team can send chat comments and also just little quips for my benefit as well. And the top one right now, and I don't know which one of you did it, is Aoife cannot tell the difference between handsome Astarion and normal Astarion. Listen, Astarion is handsome. I don't know what you're talking about, normal and handsome. But I swear the portrait was different before. It's been a long day.
Step quick.
Okay. I can tell the difference, guys. I promise. Now then, let's leave the chat. Let's leave the camp. We're ready now. And Stefan,
Yes.
we need to know more about. I've always found audio in games like such an amazing but often underlooked thing, because it's almost like, I mean, it's obviously it's different to, well, music is part of it, but audio is one of those things that if it's going well, players tend not to notice it as much, right? Like, if you're doing a great job, audio is sort of perfectly matching not just the action, but the emotions that are on screen, you know, everything that's going on. It's just working as part of a cohesive whole, but it's a huge amount of work.
It is really a huge amount of work. When I joined Larian, there was already so much work put into BG3 and so much content. And because I only joined 8 months before shipping the title, and I basically helped to mix and clean it up and make it shippable, basically. I think that, so game audio, the best thing ever. Really, that was after the band stuff and the studying audio as such. I really immediately identified that I want to go into game audio, and because the interactivity, all of the things that we can do that is so much more interesting than linear media audio. Cool, did that, but everybody who enjoys it have fun with it. But I was like, oh my god, when I first time figured out what you can do with the interactive setup of a game and how you can react to that, that was the thing that amazed me about it. And I think there are more things. This is what I try to apply now also for future games and for future stuff, is that you have more reactivity and more understanding, more foreshadowing, understanding what to come, therefore support player decisions, because that is what we're all about and try to be all about, and therefore having a decision and therefore having certain outcomes. And this is something that you can communicate so nicely. And audio is also part of the UX. You understand a lot of people, when you have a few of those sounds in there, that play it on a regular basis, you know, you just play the sound and immediately know what's going on, you know. It's like it helps you to understand and play the game in such a nice way. Yeah,
but you're so right, like, because every other medium is, you know, you listen to a song or you watch a film or you're binging your way through a TV show, but with a game everything's reactive, right? And the players could be doing anything at any time, and the audio needs to respond to that. So the mix for that is going to be pretty complex, I assume.
That's the thing. We even doing an interesting thing here at Larian now. We're hiring a soundscape designer, which is basically the first time that this job exists with that title. It's a advanced interactive mixing engineer that takes care of everything that is front-facing to the player. So it's all about from if there would be rumbles or whatever, if there would be additional speakers, what setup you have, high and low dynamic range mix, taking care of all of that so that the representation of what's going on in the game is well done. And it's all about like make the player understand what could come ahead, so therefore better reaction. It's all about the agency. And I think this is we tried to do some of that stuff already in BG3. There are things, and I think sure a lot of you people have already seen or heard that. But there are hopefully future things that I'm working on, and this is where I really think we can shine, because the soundscape for me is, by the way, because you said there's music. there is music, there's sound design, there's voiceover,
Yeah.
all of those bits and pieces. And I always talk about the soundscape, because the soundscape is what comes out of your
basically
speakers,
everything.
and those are speakers. Your Dolby Atmos home cinema setup, if you own one of those, is also a soundscape, and we take care that it sounds good on all of those devices and all of those setups.
That's so cool. It's really, like, it's just there's so much that has to sort of work together perfectly to create an entire audio soundscape. Oh, and the community doc says we even have a custom audio profile for Steam Deck.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I love my Steam Deck so much. It's the best. It's probably the best thing I've bought in a long, long time. My Steam Deck.
Yeah, still need to. I don't own
A
one.
moment. This medical.
La Lily says my ears and brain love good
It's up to
sound
her
design.
now. Life or death.
Yeah,
Now,
me too.
what? Trow. Last time I saw one of you folk, he tried to slit me open. I hope you're more agreeable.
Well, maybe. Where did you see the other one?
That's neither here nor there.
Oh, okay.
Look, you obviously want
You
some.
brought it up.
What is it?
I'm looking for Nettie, who I'm
You
assuming
found her.
you are.
But I still don't know what she can do for you.
What do you think? Do you know about mind flayers?
Yeah, let's go for that. Oh,
Why are
yeah.
you asking?
You're being very evasive, Nettie. I mean, just because a Druid tried to kill you the last time you met one.
I think actually I killed her.
No good way of putting this. Do we want to tell her? What do you think? Make sure. Burning with 23 says having good audio design in a game is essential, and it's rewarding when it's done with passion and care. You've done a fantastic job. My soul is grateful when the sound is crafted so well.
Thank you very much. Actually, the team did it. You know, I just organized things. But yeah, the team did a really, really great job, and I'm very grateful that they already prepared all of that stuff, and then we just went over the finishing line at the end with all of the content and made it sound as good as possible.
So how do you? What happens when you're mixing? Like I assume it's thousands upon thousands of files.
Yeah.
And what do you do? You go through and just sort of polish those all as well as they can be polished?
The thing that I'm always talking about when because I'm teaching game audio on several universities, and what I'm always talking about is that you don't mix it. Actually, the player is mixing it. That's the
That's
cool
true,
thing, because at the
yeah.
end of the day, every decision that you take is, you know, in a when you do a Dolby Atmos mix for a movie, you need to go there and you need to draw the path that an object will make. In our case, you move the mouse. Therefore,
I'll do what I
you
can.
draw
Come,
the moment,
follow
and
me.
because all of those are 3D objects,
I
and all of those
might be
3D
able
objects
to help.
around you, just
Yeah.
we need to the
need to be
engine will
quick.
take care of.
This
The
way.
only thing we do is creating good assets and rule
Please.
sets on how they behave
I'm
with
resting.
each other, and how some of them duck out or reduce the sound of others. So this is all about. There's a lot of stuff that we prepare, but at the end of the day, it's your decision on really
Yeah.
what happens and what the soundscape is, which is pretty cool,
That is
because
very
you
cool.
never have the same soundscape like in a movie, where I know I can replay that and the same section will always be the same because it's pre-mixed.
Yeah.
When you go here, I have never heard this part in the way that you just did it, because all of your pauses, all of your small decisions are so different that the end result, the soundscape, is designed by the player,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Something took a chunk out of you.
The bird says nothing, trying to rest.
Do we prod it? I'm gonna leave this up to chat again.
Yeah.
Now, chat. We've talked about this. All right. I'm leaving it up to you. Are you gonna be mean?
The bird is as good as dead.
Oh no. I know. As soon as I leave it to chat, I'm like, oh, this poor bird. Melina says, what a liar. She said she saw you while she was working on the bird, but clearing not after the way she reacted to you being a drow. It's a good point. Terry Embe says, autistic and ADHD and super fussy with sounds. BG3 has amazing auditory design.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Are there any other games like you're playing at the moment or have played recently that you're like, that's good sound design?
Playing with my son for quite some time now, Tears of the Kingdom. So he's 7,
Oh.
and which is a little bit
Just
too soon, but never mind.
No,
He's
what?
like, yeah, it's I think in Germany it's 12. You need to be 12. But the point is, it's I take care that he doesn't see that stuff. But he's like so into it, and he knows all of the inventory stuff. Even before we started, when he was 6, he was not able to read at that point. Now he can read it, which is pretty cool because now he's like staring there and do the stuff on his own. Before that, I always needed to read. But the point is, sound design there is pretty amazing. Also because of the interactivity, you have all of the physics stuff with the when you can build your own weapon and fuse stuff and build your own stuff, and it is so good because it works. You know, it's not realistic in terms of like you would expect it in real life. But I have the strong opinion that we creating our own realism, so we basically create unrealistic realism in audio in games because you expect rather a sound design language like I don't know if the people in the chat or still know Bud Spencer and Terence Hill movies.
Yes, yeah.
Where when they have this fight scene,
Yeah.
they have this super exaggerated. Yeah, they're just like, okay, what's going on? But the point is, that is a unique thing for those movies, and you learn it in the beginning. You understand that this is
The language of this movie,
the language, the sound design language of that movie. And imagine looking into one of those 60 Bud Spencer and Terence Hill movie, and they do realistic sound design in there, which is just like, like just a small.
it's like,
and then it's like, oh, that doesn't work. That's
yeah.
not Bud Spencer and Terence Hill. So what we do is basically build the realism of our game.
Yeah.
It of course is relying on physics and how audio works in real life, but we build the realism so we make it true in our games. That
That's
is
so
how I
true.
see that.
Yeah, because like when you think about it, yes, of course when you punch someone it doesn't sound like that, but it feels like that, and it's replicating the feeling and the adrenaline and the excitement of that action in a way that is exciting for the player.
We can exaggerate and still make it being realistic. And when I go back to Tears of the Kingdom, the physics is not super realistic, but it works so well, and the whole sound design and how you see and hear objects and enemies in the distance and understand if you can approach them and go there. So I think the moment I enjoy that a lot, I can listen to it and you really know what's going on. It communicates. That is the thing that I think game audio should do. It communicates and tells you more, because it's not just receiving stuff, because you're in this interactive loop, and when you're in this interactive loop, you start this conversation with the game. You have this back and forth. When we do our job right, your decision will trigger something in the game that you will hear and therefore maybe react to it, and therefore it's a communication with the game.
It's very much that. It's like, especially in a game like Tears of the Kingdom where you have a non-verbal protagonist as well, where audio cues are so important as to, whether you're getting this thing right or you're picking things up, and just a satisfying feedback loop as well. But it's so cool, because when you're creating weapons, and there's so many just nice little things that itch your brain in just the right way, where you're like,
I mean, a good example already from Tears of the Kingdom and before, the cooking.
When
you cook, the first time I was like, what? What's going on here? Like, you have this machinery and the clicky sound, and then I mean, like after 2 or 3 instances, I would like, that is actually so good. And it also, when you listen to it, it communicates to you if you were successful, if it was something new that you created. There is so much information in this small little bit in there. It's really, really cool.
And the audio cues tell you before the game tells you as well, before the text or whatever tells you, and it's layered in that you've got good and then you've got really good on top of that. Yeah, that's so fun.
And now with Tears of the Kingdom, you even have this the fan service of having whistling the old songs, which is pretty cool. Like using that stuff.
I love that stuff. Yeah. Which Rebirth does a lot as well. When they whistle, dun, 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 dun. Love that. Chat has actually surprised me.
Ooh.
We're being nice to the bird.
Okay.
The bird says nothing. Only the sound of its laboured breath fills the silence.
There you go. Darth JF says, should we be worried about how familiar she is with the feeling of punching someone? Yes. Yes, you should. And that's all I'm going to say on that front. Anyway, all right, Nettie, where are you going? Over here, let's go. I'm sure this is going to go really well. Hello.
Let's go. The workshop's this way.
Oh, she doesn't like us at all.
Yep.
Go on then.
Head on in.
Oh. Okie dokie. This seems fine.
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
Please don't murder me. No, we're not going to look at anything while Nettie's got her eyes on her back. Thank you. Oh, this is the droid that tried to... Oh!
Don't worry about him on the table. I'm not in the habit of killing drones.
Oh! Hello. Was he in his underwear before?
He attacked Master Halson and I in the woods, leading a pack of goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
Uh-oh. Well, let's see if did he and I have the same kind of parasite?
Seems so.
Oh.
Gave Master Halson a right start.
Oh, you bet it did. Uh-oh. What do you got there, Nettie? Is it a lollipop? Did we do really well?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What you doing with
It's
that
why
stick?
he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options.
Well,
You don't have to be here for this.
I'm interested in the procedure, actually. Please, go ahead.
this is purely for
Alright.
science.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
Okie dokie. Thank
Of
you.
course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any symptoms? Strange events?
We've got this. First of all, getting a GP appointment at such short notice, unheard of in this country. I fell from a ship in the sky, but something caught me and saved my life. An intellect virus spoke to me as if I were on its own. I can merge my mind with anyone else that's infected. I feel like number one is probably the most important bit of information.
Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims. of
Oh,
course.
this is fun.
How do you pick
Chat
up the
is sharing
parasite?
some of their favorite
Ooh,
audio
that's
moments
great.
from
Desperate to
BG3.
find where all this was happening.
Oh yeah, I agree with the first one. Is the level up sound? It's the sound is like a dopamine shot. I mean that.
Yeah.
That is
I mean,
so-
that
you
was
feel it in your
the
chest.
intention of it, yeah.
It feels really good. All the tactile sounds of the UI.
I mean, if we would be still back in the 2000s, we should sell it as a or hand it out as a phone
The
ringtone
ringtone,
thingy.
yeah.
Yeah, message. Good.
That still happens though. I went to a pizza truck like a couple of days ago, and the guy behind it was Zelda's Lullaby started playing on his phone, and because I obviously knew it, I was like, oh my god, I can't stop singing that now. And then we ended up talking about games, and yeah, we talked about BG3 at length, unsurprisingly. Ooh, the boom of paladin smites. That's a good one. When the characters say the spell names, Ignis.
Yeah.
Will's casting a fireball. Yes. Sneak attack. So nice. The symbiotic of spores sound together with the dance is so good. The sound when you fire an ice arrow and the ground freezes. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorites? I'll let you think, and I will say.
No, I
Autumn-
don't have any favorites. I cannot. It's like it would be
Picking
like
a favorite
saying
child.
I love my son more than my daughter. Like that is not. It's all of them are good.
No, yeah. Okay, so what are some that stand out to you, or what are some that you like had to
Look,
think about the most, or
you've
anything
been
like
straight
that?
with me, so I'll be straight with you.
That I was
You're
thinking about the
dangerous.
most.
Yeah.
Oh
If
my
you
god.
transform, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul.
Not the candle
You deserve a
in.
chance to save yourself.
God damn it! I forgot the name.
This is a vial of wyvern
Well, if you, we'll come back.
The
to
light that you need to grab.
if you
The
oh,
lantern.
the moonlight.
lantern.
Yeah. The moonlight
That was
lantern.
one of the sounds that I thought of the most because it was like, it was such a good sound design with all of the intricate small squeaky and thingy and
Yes.
and what was going on. So you had that, but on the other hand side, it was like you carrying that a long time. So it's like, can we be that annoying? And is it, where it
Where's
becomes
the line?
to
Yeah.
the point is. Again, it's interactive. So at the moment, we actually start with it so that you have the I have it now and it works and it does something, and then we reduce the volume a little bit over time. So the more you walk with it around, it gets quieter. It's not a lot. It's just 2 or 3 dB, but that is as far as I remember, and most likely now I don't know.
No,
some
but
of my team members will be, no, we didn't do that anymore, and we changed it or something. But
because it's like anything you have, the longer you have it, you know, if you have like a backpack that's squeaking, you learn to tune it out the longer you're walking around with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so
I mean,
cool.
that's the thing. It's like the opposite of a cocktail party effect. You know, a cocktail party effect.
No.
That is a auditory thing, because when you're in the
large
middle of a room and you have people talking over there, you can focus on what they're talking about. Even that other people talking around you, and you can basically filter. This is basically what we're recreating often in the game when we set a focus on something. This is how we sometimes mix things. So we reduce other things to highlight those things. But you do this in your head, so it's something that is common to you and your brain. And
I just assumed that was me getting overstimulated at a social event, but I'm guessing
that even has a name. It's the cocktail party effect. It's really a thing.
That's amazing. But I love that about like finding the balance, because obviously that lantern, it's a key item. It's really important,
exactly.
And you need to feel its importance. But then, you
but
don't
you
want
also
people
need
to
to love it later on in the game and not start to hate
I'd be like,
it.
I hate that goddamn lantern. Okay, let's see. Isabel, swear to me, you'll swallow it. I swear.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flare infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you.
You're welcome.
Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal.
Oh. I don't know whether I think that's a bit of a call out or not. Like, I don't want to be perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Don't know
also,
about
I mean,
that.
did she really look? Never mind.
That's true, yeah. What do you mean should be changing?
Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite.
Yeah.
7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is
Not the one we saw on the
ship.
ship.
The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them.
I wonder why.
Not yet, anyhow.
That's good news?
Could be. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
Rescue mission, I think? What do you want me to do?
The thing is, I've sent birds to find him. But the place is rotten with goblins. None of us can even get close. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
How's that sound? It sounds great.
Good.
It sounds fantastic. The whole game does. All right, I will find Halsin.
It would mean everything to the groom. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there.
Okie dokie.
All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
I can guarantee you we're not drinking wyvern poison.
For sure.
There's no chance of that, Nettie, but thanks for the free poison. That's really nice. All right. So, let's get on out of here. Shall we go to the Goblin camp? Shall we go for a little wander to the old temple of Selûne?
Is there something that we need to grab? No.
Actually,
I don't know what you already did, so.
Yeah. Did we get a reward for something? Here, you. Come here. Come here, come here.
We've shown them once.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented.
Barely. I mean, look, it was real close chat. We were almost gonna make the wee girl run for it, and it wouldn't have gone well for her. So that Cauga seems dangerous. And if I hadn't spoken up, what would have happened?
Nothing befitting a child. Nothing befitting any of our world's creatures. We've let a snake replace our leader. She will see the tieflings driven out, or worse.
How did Cauga take over in the whole grove?
She is first druid in Halsin's absence. With him caught or dared by goblins, none may gainsay her.
Never
But
heard
more
that
will
word
die
before.
if her ritual
None
is
may
finished.
gainsay her.
I doubt those exiled by the right will survive long outside.
I mean, we've already said we're gonna look for Halsin, so
Yeah.
let's just say,
Let's just do that.
I would give anything to see Halsin return home.
Except go and get him yourself, apparently, but that's fine. No need to
Sylvanas
fret.
blessing
No need
upon
you worry your
and
pretty wee
my
head. We'll go and get
gratitude
him.
as well.
I mean, we
Halsin
need to
is an
do
elf
groceries
with
and
a presence
stuff.
of
Yeah.
Anything at all.
He left
He's like,
west with the adventures.
you'll have my, I don't
You
know,
won't mistake the
gratitude. That's
first
free.
choice for anyone else.
Like support.
Moral support. We're gonna need some monetary compensation as well. Just so you know. Look at these though. These are
Here
nice.
we go.
Oh, Cinderella Mouse says, I trust Wrath to watch my drink.
Claw and tooth from
Yeah,
root
not
to
pay for it though,
thorn,
apparently.
The old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. The mural shows druids
the
claiming
glow sticks
the
are so
grove
beautiful.
in the
I
name of the
know.
old oak, Sylvanas, god of nature.
Tell you what's also a lovely sound that no one's brought up is that little passive roll success sound is lovely. Whenever I hear it, I'm like, yes, success that I didn't do anything to earn, but I feel so good having got it. We love a passive perception.
In general, the dice roll was also an
Powers
interesting journey.
seized, the
I
battle
bet.
done.
It
The
must have, like,
moonrise
more than
broke
anything
the
else.
darkest one.
It's,
History or myth,
I mean,
whatever
see,
is
there's
depicted
so
here
much,
is
there's a
the
world of
real
difference between
past.
you're like, damn it,
Yeah.
and a ting. But I would assume the dice roll would have gone through a few iterations before.
Darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade.
Harp and wild. A riddle to some, but you understand the meaning immediately.
Well,
Do you?
The druids turn to the harpers
well, with
for
a
help.
successful history check.
Unusual for such a territorial group.
Hello, wolf. We don't have speak with animals enabled, but let's do that now. Why not? I don't think they like us very much. Yeah, Silver. They're like,
Another stranger
Oop.
come to vex me. What
Hello.
will you do? Hunt me? Grab my tail? Shout until my head hurts?
no.
What people did he meet?
I
mean,
know.
what's-
I just wanted to give you my smell. Who's been pestering you? Yeah, we will teach you a
Yeah.
lesson. Yeah.
Go for it.
Your help is
Oh.
not
Ooh,
required.
okay.
Not by me, at least.
I didn't mean anything bad. I'm sure you're perfectly capable.
Maybe I understand now why they pestering. No.
Yeah.
Leave. I'm not wanted here.
I just want to be friends. Let me pet you. Ugh. Oh, hello.
Okay.
Shadowheart wants to chat.
The Grove sported some rather interesting murals, I must say.
Yeah.
They just reminded me of something half forgotten. It seemed to depict Lady Shah's warriors in combat. I hadn't known they were active in these parts.
What do you think?
Shah's warriors.
Yeah, care to elaborate?
You know me. I'm not usually one to elaborate if I can avoid it.
It's true.
They looked like
Why
dark
do we even
justices,
bother?
Yeah.
and their lead
No one
force
wants to
among Lady
chat.
Shah's
I think
ranks.
they
No
want
one
to have
wants-
action.
Only the very
No one
finest
ever
put
asks how
themselves worthy
Bernadette's
of the
doing, you
title.
know? We're just trying to make conversation. Let's see. Well, we know she wants to aspire to join the Dark Justiciars. They can't have been that good. We're not doing that
What
one.
right-minded servant of Lady Shah wouldn't? But it's a distant dream. The Dark Justiciars have been silent for years. Curious. warriors, to see them depicted in such a place.
Pietro Vitali says, she
Perhaps
immediately
military.
elaborated. Immediately.
There's nothing to
Yeah, I
be
will
done
not speak
it
about
just
it,
now.
so let me tell you.
let me immediately speak about it at length. Let's see. Tell me more about the Mother Superior. I want to talk about your Shar worship. I want to talk about all that's happened to us. We should journey separately for now. Well, let's ask about Mother Superior. I think she wants to talk about her.
I'm not sure what else I can say, at least until I can remember more. She taught me, trained me.
Yeah, Shadowheart
Punished
doesn't
me.
seem to mind Silver's around at the moment. Maybe it's good that
Often,
he's keeping a
I think
distance.
I feel her influence when the wound pains me. Not even memories, just glimpses, impressions. Perhaps the wound is her doing, something Lady Shar bid her to do. I don't know.
Okay, well, you hold on to that. Have a little think, a little ponder on it, and we are going to get on out of here and go to Goblin Camp. Why not? So if someone's watching now and they're like, I want to get into audio design for games, what would your advice be? Top tips.
Top tips. That's a tricky one. I mean, a lot of people that are already in audio that want to move over to game audio. There, the most important part is about like changing your mindset from this linear approach to the object-based or non-time-based approach, because that is like everybody who's watching. I mean, I think a lot of you people at least have seen something like a audio, like a DAW, you know, like where you see those waveforms. There's always a timeline.
Yes, yeah.
And the tools we are using for creating those sounds, yes, those are the same tools. But when you go into the game engine, we have a middleware that takes care of how we play that back and gives us the possibility to add those rules that we're talking about, which is Wise. It's a middleware that gives us possibilities to play back things in a certain way. So, for example, when you have footsteps, we don't have one footstep. We have a container in Wise where we put in 15, I don't know, or 20 sand footsteps. So when you do a footstep, it randomizes this container. So there's the possibility of randomization in that engine. There's something that would never occur to someone in linear media because it's not needed. You decide upon a footstep in a movie and that's the next footstep. So you go to a Foley artist, do the recording, and then that's my scene and it will sound that way. For us, we have this random container and we then we tell the engine to randomly select out of those sounds and play them back every time you trigger the footstep. So therefore you get this nice thing. So the point is you need to change your mindset from being time-based to object-based, because that is like the footstep, and it doesn't matter anymore where in time, when in time it gets triggered. It's all about the rule sets and all of that. So there's one thing for the people who already did audio. So you need to do something to explore the interactivity of audio. There are different ways to do that in different engines. There's Fmod, there's Wise, there is in Unreal different solutions that you can do so. And all of that is pretty open to beginners. So a lot of classes that you can do and train and learn from that are online. So this is stuff that you definitely should look into. But but for people who really want to get into game audio from scratch, I always I think it makes sense to go to a university if you have the possibility, or do at least some of those classes, and get some of the basic knowledge and start from there, because the university is a cool breeding ground for indie games, and you have the possibility to work with other people, because that's what you're missing. If you go for linear media, you can always just screen capture part of a movie that you like and say, okay, I do resound design, something. For games, the hardest part is to get the possibility to work together with other people, because game development is a group effort. You know, I cannot exist solely as audio peeps without somebody who doing the graphics, the animation, the code. All of that is there. So you need to find a place where you can work together with other people and basically fuck it up, which is cool. At the university, you can just do a project and it can go okay, that didn't work, but I learned so much. I know how to integrate it. So that is always a go to either universities if you have the possibility to do so, or to indie developers and work with them. That is a good starting ground for sure.
I think like the more I sort of learn about development in general, fucking up is really important.
Yeah.
Like it's super important, and like to be able to fuck up, reiterate on that, and you know, have space to start again. It's no matter what department you're involved in, it's really, really important because it's all a learning process, right?
Yeah, and I think I would say not just the fuck up. So you need to learn from that.
No, fucking up is the first step, but then you gotta go back and not fuck up the second time.
You need to be open to and admit errors and mistakes, and then get into action and solve them and come up with a solution or a better way. And that is the thing, because I mean, imagine you becoming a baker.
Yeah.
The point is, there are now, I would say thousands of years of people figuring out how yeast and that stuff works so that you can make bread. So they have their best practice basically nailed down for a long time now. Game development is something like movie is like 100 years or whatever with audio, and now game development is basically, we're in the baby shoes.
Yeah.
The stuff that I'm doing it, that my team and that we are doing at the moment, in 5, in 10 years, in 20 years, people will laugh at us like, you know, like, mono sounds, black and white movies, you know, stuff like when you know, like, old stuff. So the stuff that we're doing right now, but there will be cool developments. I'm doing this now for over 25 years, and the developments, the engines and the stuff have been through, and the possibilities, it's just amazing. And I think there's so much on the horizon. So we're still defining our best practices, is what I want to say.
Yeah.
This is the cool thing. So therefore, you need to figure out if something doesn't work, and then you develop, and then you do the next step. And this is, I think this is just awesome. And it's important to admit and understand that you could do better.
Yes. You know? And so like, as you say, tech has come on so fast, even within a single development cycle. It's just like changing all the time. Is there anything really, really interesting that you've come across in even the last, like, let's say 5 years, it's like you think is going to change the game or is really exciting you about like audio development?
About audio development in general?
In games.
I think a thing that popped up some time ago, but that even more now gets used is when you use, for example, Unreal, and you have the possibilities of blueprints, which is basically a node-based way of coding / scripting. So each of those little nodes is a functionality, and then you can go in there and basically draw interactive connections, and if that is this, then you can do that. So basically you have a visual possibility to code, which gives a lot of power to the people. So there's really cool stuff that Aaron from who's doing the meta sound stuff and all of the integration in Unreal, there's really cool stuff there that they're doing, and this is something that a lot of people are happy to use now, especially indie and AA developers. You have the possibility as an audio designer, because there used to be a time where you as a sound designer, you created a sound, you handed it over to the coder, and the coder needed to trigger it somehow in code. Okay. And then all of Wise, Fmod, all of those engines made it possible to do those rule sets of the randomization stuff. Back then a coder needed to do that. Now you have the possibility to go even further, because that is the part from creating a sound to bring it into those engines. That is implementation. And then there's integration, which is the part from having those events created in Wise and trigger them in the game. And now this is where my team members are already working on. You know, they now can go in there and they can trigger stuff. And this gives them so much possibilities and creative freedom. You know, that is a thing that I enjoy heavily, because you know, I started with like, okay, here's some sounds, and now I can see people going in there and coming up with the weirdest ideas. You know, it's like, because I'm not hands-on anymore in the position that I'm at over the course of time, but all of the people that are in the team, it's always amazing just to watch them what cool shit they're coming up
Yeah.
with. That's basically the thing. I really enjoyed it when we have the director session and they just show new stuff, and I'm like,
You're like, whoa.
the fuck?
It's really fun as well because I think it's like, again, because of the tech has come on so fast and because these systems can be so agile now, it frees people up to be more creative. Because everything's like so, like you can implement it really fast. It's like, oh, I wonder if we could try this new thing, because it gives you the luxury of the time to be able
Exactly.
to do that.
You can just think about and come up with those very interesting solutions. Of course, there will be people that would tell us, because node-based work like the blueprints, they are CPU intense compared to a real coder is doing it. So there's always the balance that we need to strike. So this is why we're going for a lot of systemic solutions, which are more code-based, and then the designable, which is even one of the core pillars of the audio department here at Larian, since I'm here, is systemic but designable, which means we want to get as many systemic solutions in our games, but there should be always the possibility to do those intricate, weird moments that we do at Larian. So, we cannot do just the systemic part. There always needs to be the possibility, we need to override that because now everything is different for this one thing, and we take care of that. This is the thing that we develop in there, so that we have this possibility to act on that.
You can always have those weird moments if you want them, which obviously you do. We've got some comments as well. Cinderella Mouse says, I am seated for the randomized footstep lower. Me too. And Remy Kura says, can I claim this as studying and learning about game development? I think you absolutely can, because
absolutely, I can send
I'm
you,
learning right now.
The diploma.
We'll send you the notes at the end. Biodid15 says, what is the most interesting spell or sound in general, in your opinion, in terms of the sound design, not just with the final sound, but also the process to end at that sound? And I will make my way towards the camp while you have a little think. I'm trying to remind myself what direction we're going in here. Let's see. We're going, whoops. Oh, okay, we're going up this way. Got it.
I think, as a matter of fact, not on the sound design side, but a very interesting thing that I decided upon at a certain point in the mix, when we finalized the mix, was the positioning of the narrator. Because for the people who really played the game on a Dolby Atmos or any 3D audio setup that you could have at home, the narrator is actually, because of BG3 being actually a representation of a tabletop game, we always were like, narrator should be up there, because normally in a movie you would place all of that stuff in the center channel. The speaker in the middle in front of you, this is where you would put voiceover normally.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there in the mix, and I was like, okay, you know what? There's actually the person that talks down to you on that table. You have the
DM.
Yeah, the DM. It's like looking down to you. So actually, when you play it on a surround setup or on a Dolby Atmos setup, or you have your speaker set up in a Xbox PS5 with Tempest is the solution, or Dolby Atmos, or you use the Dolby Atmos plugin or any other 3D audio plugin on your Windows machine. You can also go there, and there's the spatial audio. It's called spatial audio. It supports Dolby Atmos as well, and that and then you hear the narrator from top down talking to you from top down. I think in the mix, when you do that, that's pretty cool. So there was a interesting, where do we place that, and what is the perspective of the people telling you something, because it does not just cut it to play it back there.
Yeah.
There needs to be a decision.
It's the sort of ubiquitousness and sort of the omnipresence of the narrator, like literally creating the world around you as you go.
And it gives when you have a real setup like that, it gives you some headroom for the stuff that happens there, because sometimes she's speaking and there's something that should happen, so you use more of the speakers. It's even when you have a cool surround setup.
I love this stuff. And shout out to the incredible Amelia Tyler, who is just so good. Alveolus says, I'm a sound designer myself, and I absolutely love the sound of BG3. All your work is so inspiring.
Thank you very much. But again, the work of the team.
The work of the team.
I'm just, I'm just organizing stuff.
Anne Stroyer says, indeed, that narrator feeling like the DM is super on point. Yeah, so cool.
Thanks.
I love hearing like the thought process, because again, like when you're playing it, it feels so natural and so right that that's exactly where the narrator should be. That when it comes to someone explaining it to you, you're like, oh, of course, there had to be, someone had to think about that and decide that. But yeah, it's just so natural that you don't even consider it until someone's there telling you about it. And you're like, of course, amazing.
Yeah, those the small little things when it comes to the mixing that are that makes it interesting. And for me, the stuff that I'm discussing with all of the new team members, because we have a lot of new team members and the new audio director and the new technical audio director, all of them, what we're talking about is the perspective and the why. Why are we doing stuff? What is the background? What is the lore? Why does something sound in a certain way?
Yeah.
Is something that I really want to lift those things. We already did this at BG3, of course, but that is something that I want to focus now more.
And you did some GDC talks as well, right?
Yeah, I did one about the Dolby Atmos integration in general, because that was done like last minute. It was like very, very on point in the last minute, because that was also one of the things, like it was when I came in, the mix was more of a very straightforward stereo mix, and we also, I wanted to facilitate all of I mean, we are in a open world interactive. This is a big world. There's so much stuff going on. I mean, and then why do we force it to be, you know? So the point is, we switched over to 3D audio. I mean, Dolby Atmos is just one version of 3D audio, but it's the most common one out there for consumers. You know, you hear that a lot. But when you have a PlayStation, for example, this is the Tempest chip that they have. They have a special chip in there.
Yeah.
They're doing similar things, you know, like taking care that the objects are positioned super precisely around you. This is roughly what 3D audio is, and the height information.
Yeah.
So and yeah, that was the interesting stuff that we were looking into here.
Yeah, love that. All right, let's see. Lump the Enlightened. You're quite eloquent for an ogre.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you...
No.
A delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
Why, yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
We are no such brand.
I mean, we've got we're +7 on deception. I think that's what we'll be doing. But then again, you can always roll an L1. Let's do a little bit of guidance. Cheeky little bit of guidance. We don't need friends. We'll be fine, maybe. Yeah, 4 grand. Look at that. Oof.
Belly.
I
You
think
made it.
we're pretty deceptive, actually.
Skin of your teeth.
Indeed.
How regrettable that your meat
Have you played any D&D?
Sorry?
Have you played any D&D?
Did I play?
Yeah.
No. When I came in, I was never. I played Germany Schwarze Auge.
Okay.
Which is a different
TTRPG,
thing, but really long time ago. So no. I needed to re-educate myself.
I'm trying to think what class you'd be if you go for a class. What was your first have? Barbarian?
No.
No? I don't know. I'm just trying to guess.
No, in my place where I'm a bard.
A bard?
Yeah, of course.
Of course you're a bard.
Yeah, of course.
Musical.
And also the versatile, you know, you have a lot of possibilities. For me, it was like figuring stuff and trying this and trying that. So yeah.
I'm very much bard as well. Yeah. Love the bard class, but not in game bard. Yes, glamour, College of Glamour. I think we've gone for, but out of game, non-musical bard. Just a wordy bard, because I like wordy stuff. I noticed you don't bear a brand of your own.
I've no use for the absolute, or any god. I follow 2 masters only, gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold, and the rest sate my hunger for meat.
Okay.
Boss goblin give gold, we check brand.
Chalk is not quite as eloquent.
No talk.
Ow! Ooh. Are we gonna try and win them over?
Yeah, I mean...
I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
Those harpy legs he's got attached to him. Ooh.
I think I won them over back then, and you can then use them, right? That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, we don't have 1,000 gold, so after you fight for me, let's just do a little persuasion.
Yep.
What's the DC on this? Pretty high. If we rolled what we rolled before, we'd do real well, but let's give it a try. Why not? No. Oh, maybe. Oh, dirty 20. Yes. Let's go.
Burnadette is doing it.
Boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble.
Brilliant. You fight for me now.
One blow and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before.
Brilliant.
Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them.
Yeah, you're right, Chalk.
Indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
All right. Well, I think that was very lucrative for all involved.
Get close. When you are ready, sound the horn.
Love that. Woohoo! We're inspired. Oh, and they're off. All right. Great. Off we go. Lumps Warhorn. Ooh, let's get a little bit of honey. I love that. Love that D sound.
Same thing, but less poetically.
Honeycomb.
Without
Thank you.
so much as a stirring from our
Uh-oh. Gale's not doing too
My
good.
condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Oh, I don't know what we have on a scale. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. What's this now? The Ever-Seeing Eye. Protection from evil and good. It's a pretty good abjuration spell, but hey-ho, no one's got it equipped, so we don't really need it. Let's just donate it. Go
Gotta
on
do
then.
what you gotta do.
Go on then, swallow the amulet or whatever you're gonna do. Wizard has a tummy ache again, says Tyrene. Oh. Don't know what you're doing that for. We know you chow down on them, Gale. Don't pretend.
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you.
Uh-oh.
It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
I wasted a small fortune. Go on, you're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that.
Ooh.
You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. And what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time she became my muse. And later even my lover.
You're telling... I mean, look, we're nothing if not a gossip.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
We
yes.
enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul.
Oh, my.
Good for that.
But even so, I desired more.
Good for the weave. Good for you, Gale. Go on.
Scratch more than the surface of the weave.
Fair play.
Mistra keeps us in check.
I like to think if we were there, right? Like
There are
everyone would
boundaries
just
she
be
doesn't let us
high-fiving.
cross. Every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
I know. You thought you knew better. No, wait. I think we would applaud the ambition. He's quite an ambitious fellow, after all.
Though not, I think, my methods. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead.
Oh, Gale.
We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
I love the sordid details as much as anyone, but...
Let's.
Shall we skip straight to the sordid part?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Suffice it to say, I obtained an obscure and ancient book that had locked away inside a much coveted prize. It was a fragment of primal weave locked out of time, locked away from Mystra herself. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by
He's
the
a wordy
hand
sort
and
of Gale.
welcome me
He
into her
likes
hitherto forbidden
flowery,
domains.
flowery language.
I was mistaken.
Well,
I
lots of
obtained the
recordings to be
fabled
done.
book and took it into my study. As for what happened next, here, place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
You feel the tadpole quiver
Oh.
as you realize Gale is letting you in.
Oh.
Into the dark. You see through Gale's
All right,
eyes,
Gale.
staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pulses.
I feel like he's putting this on me, but he's like, oh, God.
It digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry?
At least we have a nice hat.
Is he overacting? That's the question.
I feel like he's looking for the sympathy vote a little bit, you know? How are you still alive? Or gods, why did you show me this?
Gods,
why did you show me this?
I had to. After all, this is only the beginning.
Alrighty.
Okay.
See, now he's like, and anyway.
This
So.
Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed.
Well,
As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
we're in trouble. Go on.
It will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry
Yes.
would level a city the size of Waterdeep.
I'm going to say that's not good.
Nope.
Is there nothing we
I
can do?
chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not.
Alrighty.
All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Yes, but you are handy to have around. I would hear what the others would say first.
That Netherese jack-in-the-box should be a blip on the horizon.
He's
by
got a
now.
point.
I'm on few lines. And frankly, don't care a great deal. Either decision is fine by me.
Okay. So. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get rid of him,
No, for sure not.
obviously. That's great.
A great
But you're going to have to earn your keep.
Oh, a
And you're going to have
great
to
relief
not
indeed.
explode until we tell you
Truly
to,
are
if
a
we tell
soul
you
that
to.
steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all.
It's
I
handy to,
understand
it's good to
if
have
you
a
stand
hand grenade
against
for a
me.
friend.
I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down.
Or explode
I
all of you.
stand at a precipice.
Phrasing.
But if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice.
No, Gale, the point is we love sound in this stream. We love all of the sounds equally. Please enjoy all sounds equally. All right. There we go. Gale didn't get the memo, everyone. It's fine. Shall we continue on down this road? When we were having that conversation, though, I was enjoying the full soundscape of the forest.
Yeah.
Lots of lovely sounds.
I know. There's even one of the GC talks that I did was how we developed a frequency-based ducking system to allow that, because in the beginning, normally what you do, ducking is basically, you know, to
when
duck away,
speaking,
basically
yeah.
when someone's speaking, or when there is a sound, modern EDM music, for example, you have the sucking bass, you know, where
Yeah.
it's like,
Yes.
that is doing that. That is also a form of side chaining or ducking. The point is, because of a signal, another signal is quiet. But normally what you do, you make the other signal in general quiet.
Yeah.
What we developed for BT3, because there was so much stuff going on, and I wanted this environment, and I wanted the bees to be audible here. You know, like, because that can happen anywhere. You know, that dialogue. But I wanted that you're still there and you feel the presence of that environment. We came up with a frequency base. This means that we actively figuring out what frequency the voice of our actor has.
Okay.
And then duck away that frequency in the environment. So in that moment in the environment, there was a curve in the EQ that made room for the voice. No.
Oh my
How
god,
did
that's
you do that?
2 in a row. Wow. It's
Okay.
a DC of 10, for goodness sake. Okay, we're rolling one more time because I really don't want this to explode all over us.
Yeah. Quite the opposite.
Nat 1 to nat 20. We yin, we yang. There we go. All right. It does tend to happen, you know. The dice know. The dice have their own story to tell. All right. Well, wow, guys. Wow. We're all so bad at this. Okay, here we go. Don't even know. Do you know what? I just decided to come in here. Like, there's no real. Ooh, that could have gone horribly for us. Sorry, not a single step forward. Thank you. We're just wandering through here as well. We've no reason really to be in here. We're just having a wee joke around. Because like we could have come this way, but actually we're already where we need to be. Anything good to grab in here? Burning with 23 says speaking of burning with, the ambient sound just makes you want to stand still and enjoy the moment, and that is lovely.
Yeah.
So true.
Thank you. Yeah, there was a lot of effort into. I think that is really an important part, that the ambience is reacting and give you all of this. Wait, we need to. Okay. We need to have. You need to have this. There was so much effort put into this, and team members were sitting there for quite some time because they're all handcrafted in place, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We still will look to, you know, like work on easier ways to do that, so that you still can. The team members still can focus on the creation of the assets and the creative part. So I really want to take away the redundant work, you know, the repetitive work by doing the systemic stuff, so that the team members can focus more on creative stuff, because that is what you as a player will realize and see.
Yeah. And no syllabot says we can't get rid of him, Gale. He's the guy with the gun. Yeah, we gave Gale a gun last week.
Yeah. Ah, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just seemed like the right thing to do.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I mean, it did actually save our skin a few times, a little bit. I don't know if you watched the previous streams, but
no, I haven't been able to.
There's been 1 or 2 TPKs, so we needed a little bit of help, and it did help. Emma Lunar says, "Wait, Gale, have you tried cutting the red wire?" I hope he doesn't. listen, we're rolling nat ones around here. We just can't risk it. The sleight of hand check, the DC is probably like, I mean, if it's 10, we're absolutely screwed. So, all right, Warcaster. I think we should get for Shark. I mean, Shocking Grasp is real good as a reaction attack of opportunity. So, let's do that. Let's just do that. Love it. Okay. Love that sound. Now, we don't have to jump over this because we can just go. Although, mind you. Yeah. All right then. Can we jump over this? It's quite the chasm, but I think we should be able to. Mind you. Yeah, we can totally do that. Come on. Wait. Come on now.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Oh. Karlak, do not take another step. Do not. Nobody. Here. Gale, stop it. Everyone stop. Let's just see. This is where we shouldn't have used up all it. Yeah, Bardic Inspiration, absolutely. 1d8. Please.
There you go.
Easy. Come on now. 25. That's good. And now this one, please. Once more. Success! Hooray! Nosilabot says, I must say, watching this stream has become the highlight of my week. Aw. I'm in America, so it's early morning when you stream, but I wake up early to watch and finish it on my way to work. Love the laughs and the vibes. That is so nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a safe travel to work.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, but that's so lovely. I love that we're part of your Wednesday morning routine. That's very nice of you to say. And the vibes are pretty great. The vibes, and it's even nicer with a guest. Oh, whoopsie. I didn't know you were there.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Let's try deception. Why not? Ooh, this is a little bit risky, but hey ho. No, it's not. It's fine. Easy.
Then what you standing here for? The true souls are inside a temple.
Yeah. I'll get to that. Emma Lunar says, imagine if you could respec people in real life. Like if Aoife could just be like, you know what, Stefan? I know you love your job, but my party needs a plumber, so you're going to be a plumber now.
If you asked me to, I would be.
Would you?
Yeah,
I mean, but people must
I want
have,
to be of help.
You want to be of help. But look, we've got like the 6 skill trees, right? We've got strength, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, constitution, right? Yeah. Is that all of them? I've lost. I was counting to 6 and I lost. How did I lose track counting to 6? Stefan, nobody saw, right?
Yeah, no, nobody saw it.
The point is, the point I was trying to make is, I think naturally my strength spec would be quite low. Charisma spec wouldn't be too bad, but strength spec not so good. So don't ask me to, I don't know, knock down a door. That's not going to work. However, you could roll a nat 20. You could get lucky. The door's hinges could be crappy. I don't know. What would you respec into? If you could.
Oh, I'm
quite ready for you.
To be honest?
Yeah.
I'm happy the way I am.
Aww.
I accept myself.
You accept yourself just the way you are, and so do we.
Yeah, and so you all should.
Because, hey, did an amazing job. We want you to keep doing an amazing job, please. All right. Warlock, should we chat to these guys? What are they doing? Are you having a wee drinking game?
Looking at a future true soul, your ladyship. Boss Ragslin says I'm next in line.
You do have nice armor. Pretty fancy. Slayer Seraph says, hey, I play on a 7.1 surround speaker setup, home theater, in my gaming room. And sometimes when I'm focused, the ambient sound would catch me so off guard that I look back behind me startled thinking it's in my house.
Yeah,
that's some good sound design right there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And this is exactly what we wanted to achieve, of course. I mean, it's like being in there, the immersion.
So immersed, yeah. That's
cool.
A nice setup.
Good
as
for
well.
you. Also, good that you have a 7.1 surround speaker.
I know. Lovely. Sounds like a bloody scrap.
You ain't here. We sacked Joaquin's Rest and left it to burn.
Uh-oh. We should probably go and check that out.
Magic, no snapping off heads. In's nothing but a pile of ash by now.
Uh-oh.
Glorious.
Glorious.
Bunch of prisoners got towed to Moonrise. City snobs mostly. But the Flaming Fist? Pile of smoking corpses.
This is important information. Do you happen to know the apropos of nothing? Which direction's Moonrise?
I figured a drow would know the broken road.
All right, don't make it personal.
Take the north path. It winds you around sure as sunshine till you reach the Taz.
Taz.
And the drow?
And what's up here? I forget. Is this have a wee look. Oh, this is the road to the.
Yeah.
No, we do want to go that way. But yeah, no, we don't want to go to the mountain pass. Not yet, thank you. No, we're going. Oopsie, we're not allowed to anyway. Ouch. Oh.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible.
Oh
You
dear.
recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger, and turned against you.
Oh no, my own
Vision
medicine.
clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then
At least we have a
there
nice
are three figures before you.
Ooh.
An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man.
Handsome
with a
younger
quick,
man.
easy smile.
Doing a lot of heavy lifting.
And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
I mean, also, can you imagine that we got this?
Are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the prison, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Shadowheart. Stop it. Stop it. Put it away. Uh-oh. Oh dear. I'm gonna go
Why
ahead.
Shadowheart?
Energy
Why?
pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather.
Uh-oh.
The reckoning draws near.
Put it away. Yep, back in your pocket. Come on. Quick now.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
Nice one, Shadowheart. That thing in your pocket seems powerful as hell.
Like, Carla's like almost perfectly behind us. Just like, whoop. You've got some explanation. First of all, though, Giovanni Webster says, "Hello, Stefan. Did any D&D mechanics like critical fail, stealth checks, inspire unique audio cues or experimental audio design?"
I mean, the most obvious one in that regard are what you already mentioned. You know, that there, it's on a UI level because you need to quickly understand what's going on and what happens. So therefore, they need to be precise and unique. This is about UX via game audio. You know, UX is for me not only UI. It's always communicating in different channels to communicate the same functionality. Deeply into that because my wife is a UX director in another company. So and this is, you know, the stuff that we're talking about.
Of course, yeah.
So, but yeah, there's the thing. So you need to quickly be able to understand that, and we have solved this in a very straightforward manner because it needs to be done in a lot of different ways. There can be, of course, interesting stuff. We could have done it differently and merge it more into the game, like instead of a UI sound, there could be something else. But I think it is the easiest, straightforward way on a game like BG3 with such an extended amount of hours to quickly communicate with for the player, because you need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So to be honest, it's not a hardcore experimental thing in this case. It's a very straightforward UI sound that clearly communicates.
Anne Sawyer says, as a game UX design team lead, I agree with this statement.
Thank you.
And Emma Lunar says, Shadowheart's the only player in this campaign who remembered to bring her own D20. I know, right? I cannot stop thinking about it, because it's so obvious that you've said it, but like, I don't know what I expected. When you say, oh, audio, like in other mediums, it's linear, it's you know, a wave file, like it's there, you play it, whatever. But in game design, it's a shape. It's different. It's completely not like that at all. And I'm like, of course it isn't.
Object based. I mean, it would be even more if I could show like how Wise looks like. It's basically a tree, you know, just like a folder structure. Actually, all of the stuff is built like a folder structure, which is, you know, like very uncreative at first glance. But then the cool thing is how you use that and what you can do with those systems, because it's like a Lego set of possibilities, and you build this cool stuff. And there's when you see the team members being immersed into building. Oh, when this, because you have to not just to trigger an event, because the footstep would be an event, but the footstep also is yes, no, you know, trigger footstep, yes, no. But the point is, where are you standing right now? Is it snow? Is it sand? Is it And therefore, those are game syncs. Those are all of the parameters and informations out of the game that we take in real time. So each and every time a footstep is a footstep, but what you play back is based on the momentary situation. And that is the cool thing that you need to prepare for that, and this is all shown in this tree hierarchy in Wise, for example, similar in other engine systems. But that really makes the thing. You know, you need to prepare for a functionality like footsteps, and then think about what are other possibilities and what things are happening. We don't have it in BG3, but in other games, for example, I also added which type of armor you're wearing at the moment, because you want to, you know, you have a plate armor, you want to have and the footstep should have on it, so you have the footstep on the ground. Is it a wood footstep and then the armor, or is it a chain thingy that you're wearing where it's just like so that is pretty cool. A
really cool sort of I remember not having seen it before, or you know, to the extent of it, is in Marvel Spider-Man games, where how they speak is dependent on whether they're swinging like through the city or like just walking around down on the ground and stuff like that.
I love that, because that is also, you know, like I love the idea of having different projection levels. For example, in that regard, there have been games where I was working on, or other colleagues have been working on, where, you know, you have a conversation and then you talk with someone else, but you split apart because of the nature of the game, and then normally it's just like you continue, the other person continue talking like that. But in reality, the people would start to project
like,
towards
and anyway, as I was saying,
and then you need to record that in 2 different versions, and then you need to measure out, because it's a 3D environment, you measure out the distance, and at a certain distance you start to have another container with this line in there, but it is the projected version of that. So you can have this conversation and then being louder, and then
and then coming back
we
in,
talked
and
about it, and then you even can go to whisper, you know, all of that stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's the stuff we do.
Nasilabot says, I'm loving all this information on sound design. I frequently will just open my game and leave it running while I work on reports. The ambience is so soothing. And Burning with 23 says, hi Stefan, as the lead, for lack of a better word, of the audio team, what has been the biggest challenge you've faced in leading the team, redundancy intended? Ooh. And we've got a note just being made on the dock, which is a very good point actually. We have ambiences on this channel from hell, on our YouTube channel. The audio team made those for us. And they are really lovely. We have a whole playlist, and they're from different areas in the game, and they're so relaxing. So if you wanted to open one of those on YouTube while you're working or did whatever you like, you should check those out. Yeah.
Ben was asking for that. I also wanted to have this for people playing, playing the game or doing a tabletop game as well. Would be cool to provide that. Yeah, that was the things that I would love still to do. But yeah, cool. Thank you for that. The team will be happy to hear that. I'm pretty sure because they put a lot of effort into this. And the lead. As the lead, for lack of a better word.
What is
so
the biggest challenge?
being a lead and how was my leadership experience? That is, or me being a lead.
You being a leader, yeah. What's the biggest challenge?
Me being a lead, me leading the audit department as such. Biggest challenge. Good question. I mean, they're always. I think it's all of the minor things that happen on a daily basis because we have this German thing, Esmenschelt, which is it humans.
Okay.
Like we are being human, we do things, we have good days, we have bad days, and you need to listen to the team members and take care and double check what's going on and assure them of the good stuff that they're doing. And also tell them what needs to be improved, because there needs to be, you want to achieve something. So there's always the leadership is an ongoing task of taking care of the team and balance out the issues. So
I always say leadership is a supporting role.
Yeah, it is.
You're not there to be uplifted by people. You're there to uplift everyone that you're working with.
Yeah, strongly. I mean, I did the audit stuff first and did my because I have a very old school degree in that. I have a magister.
Oh.
I'm really, that is the thing that you still hear in those games. So I still have it because I studied in Austria, and they handed out a magister, which is equal to master. Never mind. But later on, I went that deep into leadership that I did an additional management master as well. And there, I think that the whole philosophy that I'm all about is servant leadership, which is basically at the end of the day, it's about taking care that the team has everything it needs to perform because they doing it. This is really, I'm saying, I said this now 2 or 3 times now already. It's not me. I'm just trying to pave the way so that people who are way better in their job now than I am can do the things. So there's the reason you hire the good people that really are good. And then let them go loose and do cool stuff. You do check and balances to, because the sky can never be the limit for the whole production pipeline, but you need to give them the possibilities to do cool shit. And this is what I think leadership is all about. Help them to achieve stuff, just be
as
there.
a leader, you want your goal is for everyone to be better than you, to be like doing cooler stuff than you.
I never understood this concept of like, no, I cannot because he knows too much. Well, that's what we want, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Emma Lohner says, you might say leads are the bards of the workplace. I think that's very true. Supporting role, right? You're just there to buff everyone else and let them do amazing things. So true. I think you've got some explaining to do first.
Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
What's in Baldur's Gate?
My home.
Oh.
A cloister of Shah followers. Hidden in the city. A group of us was sent to retrieve the artifact. Now I'm the only one left. Can't afford to fail.
And you... do we want to know? I mean, we need to know what it is.
There's nothing more I can tell you. Okay. All I remember is that I have to get back to my contact in the city.
Okay.
A powerful artifact indeed, to have caught the attention of so many. Not least the Absolute itself. The 3 figures in the vision, the chosen are searching for it. With the cultists' aid, it will not be long before they find it. Before they find you. You've evaded them so far, thanks, it seems, to the artifact itself. But how long can such protection last? Shadowheart has made her position clear. She will see that it is taken to its destination. at any cost. But you still do not know what it even is.
Keep that thing safe. We're not going to try and get it off her because I don't think she'll like that.
I've got it with my life. Let's keep going.
Alrighty. There we go. Great. Fantastic. That all worked out in the end. There we go. I'm sure that won't come up again. Not once, not
you
ever.
Really think?
And then let's head back down this way. And we're going to go into the old temple.
There we go.
Yes. Ooh, listen to that thunder. I love a good
The team made clear that this is not a nice place.
No. You say that, but the sound of rain in a thunderstorm is quite soothing, whether it means to be or not.
Oh, I made the birds, you know.
Oh yeah,
they're not. Yeah, it's not a nice bird.
I don't know. Listen, I love a corvid. I think they're great. They're very clever. They're cute. Yes, they might. Oh. Yes, they might eat your eyeballs, the jelly from your eyeballs, if they wanted to. But they're adorable and very smart.
I think that's a giant rabbit.
Hello. Follow as well. Where's the? I mean, got lots of things to be done here. Let's talk to Baldur first. Baldur.
Fragulous crown and with scepter ablaze, draw Rexlin, short work of the innkeeper.
Spirit creature says, question about the current playthrough. Are we romancing anyone? Yes. Question is, who aren't we going to romance? We're going to save Scum and we're going to try and romance everyone. Obviously. We're an equal opportunities lover. We're just gonna we just have so much love to go around. Lally Lou says the waterfall sound.
Yeah.
And Burning with 23 says, thank you for your response. I completely agree with what's been said about being a leader. It's not an easy task, and it's always better to walk the path together, learning and supporting each other along the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
You're welcome.
Let's
yeah,
see.
waterfall sound.
Oh yes. So good.
Oh, those such tricky things. Because recording a waterfall, we just recently talked about recording a waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it sucks because you always have just white noise, which is the which is like absolutely useless to make it. So we need to not record waterfalls to create a waterfall sound. So you record rather small waterfalls that have the splashy things, or you do it on your own. And then we push this together and make a waterfall sound that sounds interesting. Because when you just record a waterfall, you end up with
just silly
white noise.
Yeah. What's the kind of most interesting or inventive Foley that you've seen recorded for something in particular? Because I remember seeing like loads of. I loved watching way back in the day. I think it was on YouTube. There were they uploaded the Foley recording sessions for Alien Isolation, where it was like squashing pumpkins to get like, or I think it was like snapping a cucumber in half to get like a bone snapping sound.
Exactly. Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, I mean, Foley stuff in general is really it's super important because that makes those unique sounds that you want to achieve. And the stuff that we had some interesting stuff because ice, for example, is something that is tricky. And everybody wants to have a good ice cracking, and then you're like, how do you do that? Because when you have ice, it's like
it doesn't really make a lot of sound, does it?
Not cracking. So this is not talking about unrealistic realism, it's not what really happens. Heightened. So how you do that? And so we ended up with recording small, just plastic wrappers of things and putting them together and then just let them slowly open up
like
again.
Sweet,
and
like
then,
sweet wrappers when they kind
of and then you record that, and then the cool thing, the sound designers, they just go nuts on that, and then they pitch it down. There are a lot of possibilities to do it, and then you have like this. It becomes the thing that you're looking for. So this is the cool thing about Foley and really creating, because I like the German term for Foley artists, because the German term for Foley artists, by the way, the Foley artist who doesn't know, that's the guy where when you see the guys with the coconuts doing the horse thingy,
Oh yes.
those
yeah.
are the people recording sounds with things that are not the thing that you record. Basically, that's the idea. But so you have you have the Foley artist record stuff, and they come up with the weirdest stuff to just recreate whatever you're doing. Yeah, I really love that.
It's so fun. Like I just feel like it's so inventive when you're like, oh, I never thought that sounds like that. But of course, with a little bit of trickery and a little bit of magic, yeah, it can. Because some sounds are a lot harder to acquire than others.
Yeah.
So you got to get smart
Yeah,
about it.
and some of those sounds are not the thing that you would hear in reality. You know, it's like it's the what I talked about when I'm talking about sound design language.
Yeah.
It's the thing that you learned because of Western culture and what people used in movies and the settings. And some of the stuff doesn't sound at all like that. It's just very boring. And then people came up with, hey, we need to make this cool. And then everybody expects it to be like that. So you're not reflecting reality. You're reflecting the image that other prior sound designers and people created of the thing that you and you need to take this into account, you know.
Yeah. It's so cool. All right. So I wanted to like skip through his dialogue so we can hear you talking about cool Foley stuff. But now he's done, and people are chasing chickens around. Should we? Well, first of all, where's the little owl bear? Where is it? I suppose we didn't go and see Mama Owl Bear, did we? In this playthrough. I'll wander over here. Oh, I don't think it's here. Oh no. Sammy Cropper. Here. Oh yeah, we need to chat with someone around here. Open up the waypoint, thank you. Emily says, wait, you're telling me those aren't actually the sounds of bones breaking? Everything I know is a lie! I know. But even like...
No, in Bitches 3, every bone-breaking
bones.
sound that you hear, we really broke someone's bone. Of course, I mean.
But the thing
obviously.
is, you could, in theory, get some bones from, I don't know, a butcher. But the thing is, the sound of an actual bone breaking won't be as satisfying as the sound of something else sounding like a bone breaking.
That is actually when you record the whole gore and breaking and hitting sound, it's always like, okay, let's lay out the thingy, because that will be messy.
Yes. So fun.
Excuse me. If you have a drawer inside, planning and such.
Oh, he's going to show us respect because we're a drow. If you're playing something else, he might like try and make you kiss his foot. But I guess we command respect around here. Goblin kids. What do you call drow's knickers? Undergarments. That's all right, I guess. That's fine. That's a fine joke. That's a bit of a dad joke.
Bastard! Give him a good kicking. He deserves it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, right in the nashes.
Yeah, you are right. What did he do to deserve this?
Killed my mum and dad.
Oh.
Made a bloody orphan of me.
It's as good a reason as any, I suppose.
Okay.
Maybe they had it coming. Well, yeah.
Geezers. Wanted to cut 'em a raggedy new smile myself some days.
Wow,
yeah.
What a delight.
Putting the boot into this prick a stick, though.
No, that's adorable.
Yeah.
You're
nice
so cute. All right. Anyway, that's Goblin kids for you. All right, let's go. VJ Amelia says, please don't break the little skull friend from set for sound effects. I don't think it'd make very good sound. Here you go.
That would be too high pitched.
A little bit too high pitched. Yeah, you need a bit of a more.
Oh, we can pitch it down, so we can break
you can have
it,
a little
but
play with that.
yeah.
You can pitch it down. There you go. There you go. Top tips. We can make something of you, little skull friend. We're not sure what yet, but something. Alright, let's go this way. Should we just head on inside? Whoop. We've been so busy chatting, we haven't actually walked very far this playthrough, but I think it's because we've been learning so much about amazing audio design. Chicken. Inside. Alright, well, that's
Should we decide that?
Yeah, I know. He's like, no, go inside. We could poison stuff. We could poison the booze tub. That might be fun. I mean,
That's our little skull friend.
how sneaky can we be? Does anyone have invisibility? Ooh. Dirty tricks. Who has invisibility? Does anyone have it? Let's see. Gale can Misty Step, but that's not... there's a lot of eyes on this place.
Still in control.
No.
Just.
We could poison all of them.
I know, I think it's kind of tempting. We could cast it, yeah, but that's going to put them on edge. I don't know, can we kind of like, could we sneak it if we time it right? No, you should have it. Well, hello. Oh, we're so, oh, no. Tell you
We
what,
have
let's
a lot
just,
of pro players in the chat, right?
oh yeah.
They should tell
Oh
us.
yeah. I mean, we don't have to do anything right now, but poisoning them might be a nice idea at some point. Just less to deal with, really. Let's chat with the...
Let's get going.
Let's get going. Chat is up for poisoning. Do you know what? Out of context, I don't even need extra context for that. I'm like, yeah, that checks out. Let's just go over here and stand by it. And tell you what, let's see. Right, Starian, don't worry. Just let's go over here and stand. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna save, just in case, the booze tub. There we go. What? More booze.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
It's only a +2, but... oh, that's a 5. Come on now. I've said that before and I really messed it. Ah, we're fine. Okay, good. Yay!
Burnadette managed.
It's a good light. Should have thought of that myself.
As the symbol glows,
I've just told you. I just said, didn't I?
Authority.
Come on now. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Yep. So where is he?
I think
Still
every time
looking?
you do it, it will trigger, right?
Yeah. This. What's everyone up to? Go away. Turn around. Turn around. Okay, can I make you go away?
Fancy plate.
No. Okay, great. Well. Darth JF says, any invisibility potion in the inventory? Question. Oh, no. Potion of speed. Water. Dry poison. Oh, hello. Oh, great. Thank you so much for that. Let's be having you. All right. Okay.
We're thinking about calling in the Joker and just writing Nick on the switch.
All right, we're gonna go around the corner just in case. Let's just take this. Let's drink. Now, quickly. Quite fast. Into the booze tub. Thank you. Where's the poison? Is it the dry?
Yeah, you need to distract them. Yeah, performance on stage, and then you can distract them. That is the.
That was a good one as well.
Yeah.
But hey, dry poison combined. No, it's a party. Enjoy, everyone. Yeah.
Just standing here all driver. Come here,
That reminds me of Labyrinth when he's like, come on inside and meet the missus. Come on in and have a cup of tea. Yeah, tell everyone to gather around. We might regret this.
You raise your glass and shout.
I'm sorry, but I have to. No, actually, you know what? We haven't had a poll for a while. Chat, 1 to 5. I mean, you know what I want to go for, but up to you. To me, to the absolute, to our health, to drinking till we die, or may I bet each and every one of you before the sun sets. My gosh, that's it. Look, it's good to have personal goals. It's good to have a hobby. But sure, why not? This is exciting.
Yeah.
This has been fun. We've only got 10 minutes left, you know.
True.
That went fast.
So we didn't meet Halsey.
All right. We were having such a nice time, Stefan, and now you're like, well, we didn't meet Halsey, did we?
We didn't achieve our goal.
Because we've been chatting and having a lovely time.
Okay, but we had stuff to do, you know.
Wow. Gosh, on the clock.
Yeah.
I had a lovely time. Chat, did you have a lovely time? Some of us had a lovelier time than others, apparently. We'll go in and meet Halcyon in a second, I promise. 10 minutes left. The poll is on, and I mean, apparently time is a factor here. So let us know quickly, and then we'll rush on inside and glimpse the Druid. The mouse does that all the time, I must say. It's very exciting. It's been very, very interesting. Thank you for sharing all of your insight with us.
Sure.
It's been really fun. Will you come back sometime and talk to us more?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Was that a pun?
Nope.
Sounded like a pun.
No. I'm
Chat,
happy to do so.
What do we toast to? I knew you wouldn't let me down with 67%. It was almost nice. Number 5. Yeah! Hooray! Drink up, everyone. We're gonna have to sleight of hand this. Spill the beer, then pretend. Wait a minute. What have we got? Deception. Go on then. Sleight of hand. Bit of fun. Oopsie! Alright, you know what? That's why we have inspiration. There we go, that's a little bit better.
Whew.
Thank God.
That's it. Down the hatch.
Down the hatch. PJ Emily says, poor Halcyon just sitting there tapping his paw impatiently on the floor. Shouldn't have gotten himself captured then, should he? Shouldn't have done that. Did you ever think about that before you... Oh. Whoopsie. What happened to everyone?
Weird.
What strangers? What are you talking about?
Poisoned us.
No.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
Wasn't me.
Authority.
Consider it a privilege. I love that. Could have just gutted you. No, let's try and let's just keep it chill, everyone. Let's keep it real calm. Oh my gosh, we are not rolling well today. But we might just. Oh. All right, well, rolling again, I guess, from that newly gained inspiration that we just got from poisoning everyone in the first place. Are you kidding me? What is going on?
Who?
Yes, guidance. Yes, D4.
Barely.
Let's go.
But cool. Yeah.
Wow. I want a supercut of all the really crappy rolls I've done today. That was shocking. Wow. There we go. Could have been anyone. Not us. Don't even look. Don't even look. What are you up to, Astarion? Who are you chatting to? Oh.
As the symbol glows.
Oh, this guy's also a bit.
No.
Authority.
All right. Well, great. I guess we're. Oh my gosh. Okay. All the help you can get. Thank you. Oh. Whew. We are surviving by the skin of our teeth today.
Yes.
You're right.
Tetracycline says, so we haven't heard the last of today's guest. Ba-boom.
Like that one.
Let's go. See? Chat's not just a pretty face.
But I'm also happy to send over, you know,
yeah.
some of the...
Yes, please. All right. Let's get in these heavy oak doors. Wowee. Well, we didn't travel very far, but we sure did learn a lot today. But we've got 6 more minutes, so let's see if we can, just to make you happy, let's see if we can find Halsin. Yeah?
Yeah, I love when plans work out, you know.
State your business now.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
You're
Authority.
gonna make me roll again. Yeah. You don't need to know about our business. Move. Go on then.
You one of those moonrise types then?
Yeah, sure.
Your kind usually don't deal with Boss Ragslin and Priestess Gum. Guessing you're after Minfara. Could be her blood by the looks of you.
Why, thank you. I've got an audience with Minfara, that's right.
Audience is right.
Yeah.
She's an uppity one and no mistake, but she knows her business. She's in telling the war chiefs what's what. Next raid's gonna be a big one, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. I totally heard that too.
As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
That's the plan. Not your usual.
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Bacchus says the true journey was the goblins we toasted along the way.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It really makes you think.
So philosophical. I like it.
Listen, chat when they're not murdering squirrels is nothing if not philosophical. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now then. Right. Pick a direction to go in then. We're gonna go find Halsin. I mean we have to. I don't want to rush through this place because we have to go see fan favorite, Abdurak. we cannot leave until he's been well and truly visited. We've got many fights to have in this place at some point or another, I am sure. We don't want to go see him just yet. We're gonna have to go in and see Volo at some point. This is all very exciting though. Wow. Listen to that sound design. Things happening. Yeah, let's go.
I'm saying. We're all on the same side. Although we're gonna set the true soul on fire.
Now so you can move away. And then you will have first and foremost the distance, but also the occlusion. It's like we have objects between the sound source and the camera.
There you go. Look.
Okay.
There you go. I hope we've set a goal. Well, I mean that's just a cave bear.
Of course.
Could be anything really. I mean, I don't know why a bunch of goblins would have a cave bear all tied up. Ooh, look at that though, that's quite picturesque. With our party +1, and maybe if chat decides, we'll add another to our party next week, who knows? Spirit Creature says, I love this music so much, it's Catharix too. We've also got a note on the document. It might be sensible to end it here, otherwise a lot of events. Yes, I agree. Fine. I won't start any fights. We've got, what is it, a minute or so left. So I tell you what, let me put that down.
But we can quickly do it. Come on, a minute.
A minute. Yeah, I can absolutely rush through the temple in about a minute, no problem. But yes, thank you so much. Learned so much today about audio design, and thank you for sharing all of your insight and wonderful stories with us. And please come back and hang out with us again sometime. Did you have a nice time?
I had a nice day. I had a fun time here. We almost meet Halsin, so I'm happy.
We almost
You did well.
Halsin.
The plan worked off. Everything's fine. And yeah, happy to share. Was pretty cool. And I'm happy to come back. But there are also a lot of team members out there
Yes.
that can share our audio director, technical audio director. People
Yes,
that
I
can share
know.
a lot of very specific details. Then
Well,
would be also interesting.
We've got a lot of special guests lined up on this channel. That is the fun of it, because we have another special guest next week, and maybe the week after that, who knows? But yes, as we said, I think we said earlier, you're our very first head of department that we've had on. So thank you for coming on. And listen,
someone needs to be the guinea pig, right?
well, that's it. That's it. You know, I wouldn't put it quite like that, but sure. Thank you to everyone in chat today. Thank you to everyone who participated in polls or just watching along. And if you fancy it, follow us on socials. Why not? We're on everything, more or less, Larian Studios. If you're watching on twitch.tv, which is, I would say, the best place to watch us live, because then you can participate in chat and polls. However, we're over on YouTube. The VOD will be up on there. Larian CFH, Larian Channel from Hell. Watch us on Twitter as well. We're on Instagram. We're on. You can sometimes watch us on our Steam page if it decides to play along. And yeah, thank you to the wonderful community team for keeping chat moving along and keeping us updated with everything that's going on. And we'll see you all next week for more adventures with Burnadette. Bye!